So it's actually the day after I recorded that other video. I don't know how often I'm going to do these. I don't want to have any kind of set schedule. I already have so many things that I try and do. And I'm not making them really for anyone else. I don't know if I talked about it in the last video, but I more so just want something for myself to look back on. But with that being said, I did throw the camera on a tripod, and I'm using this wired mic that I got whenever I was doing a YouTube channel in the past, and I actually stopped doing that YouTube channel because of trading, which is kind of funny, I guess, that it's being used now for something trading related. I mean, I guess it's not that funny, but yeah, anyway. That sort of brings me into something that I wanted to talk about today, and it's how hard it is to do other things than trading, or at least do other things and not feel bad about it. What made me think about this, I guess, first off, is I just went to go get dinner with my family. So it was, my dad, sister, uncle, and grandma. But I had to drive 30 minutes to my house and then drive from there to go meet my grandma. So, right there's an hour, and then getting dinner was probably an hour, hour and a half, and then, about an hour back to where I am. So I think I left at 5:30 and I got back around 9. So right there I lost 3.5 hours. But I don't know if it's right to say that I lost that 3.5 hours, because I still did something meaningful, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I I went and made connections, not really made connections, but I guess spent time with people who matter to me. And I shouldn't feel bad about missing studying time because of that, but I really do. And I don't know if that's really problematic. I think that it could be. I think that it could really be viewed either way. So it could be viewed as this is becoming maybe an unhealthy obsession, and that I'm, I guess, neglecting other things because of it. But I don't think that that's really the truth. I mean, I'm in school. I still do really well in school, and I still work out. I stay healthy. I have friends. Obviously I stay connected with my family. But I think the really problematic part, I guess, is the fact that I feel bad about whenever I do these things, that I don't really have a true rest, I guess. Whenever I'm not, I'm itching to come and study, which is funny because then sometimes whenever I'm studying, I'm really just wasting time. So, and I've thought before that maybe the answer is more efficient studying. So, if, let's say if I put my phone away and studied really deeply for an hour, as opposed to maybe studying for 20 minutes and then being on my phone for a few minutes and, that sort of deal, which I do sometimes. I try not to, but obviously it happens. So yeah, I think where I was going with that is I was saying that I thought that might be the answer is, if I study more deeply, that I'll have more time to spend doing these other things, and I won't feel bad about it. But that's just not true. I still feel bad about it. I don't I don't know what the solution is. I guess there's not really a point to that. I think I just care about this a lot, and I have so much of myself wrapped up in succeeding that just everything else seems almost like a hindrance. And that's part of what has really been irking me recently, and I think that I touched on in yesterday. I don't really know. A lot of this stuff is just going to get super repetitive because I just think about a lot of the same things super often. One thing that really just I continue to cycle on is I'm graduating this year, and I don't know if I'm gonna go get a corporate job or if I want to pursue trading. Well, I know that I want to pursue trading, but I don't know if it's realistic. I really do believe that this is something that I'm able to do and that I will do it at some point. But that conflicts with the other sort of ideology that I've been living by since I was in high school, which is, sort of a FIRE mentality: financial independence, retire early. Go and just save up as much money as you possibly can so then I can retire by the time I'm like 30 and then do whatever I want. But if I even take off a year or two, that significantly stunts that FIRE mentality. And I'm also worried that I'll be less likely to find a job if I fail, to be completely honest. I don't think that I would fail, but it's a very real possibility that I could. And then I'm worried that if I took a couple of years off, and especially if I tell them that I was day trading, that employers are just going to sort of laugh me out. So that's a concern, and I don't know if I'm capable of having a corporate job, finance major, of having that corporate job and still trading. I think the biggest problem would be the timing. I'm on the East Coast, so market opens at 9:30 a.m. and that's pretty prime time for any kind of job. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of meetings and such, and so that's the main concern. The other piece is I'm a DJ, and that's a double-edged sword. So that's another thing that takes up time. But it's also something that I could potentially live off of. So I think I'm in a unique position where I could potentially just trade and DJ, and that's sort of what I'm caught between, and I'm having trouble getting an answer on, and I don't know if I'll have an answer until the time comes. So this is already 8 minutes, so I'm gonna hop off, but I'm sure I'll keep talking about that. It's not gonna leave my mind, I guarantee that.